everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? So what's come out in the news is that apparently the Is Not Real Yahoo, you know who I'm talking about when I say Yahoo, has rejected the Orange Idiot's 15-point plan for GAZA, stating that no military removal will happen, etc., etc. So the Felons Board of Peace said last month that it had reached an agreement, but apparently agreement with Hamas to hand over their weapons, but Hamas said, no, we haven't. Handing over our weapons was reliant on Is Not Real, ending all forms of aggression, and Is Not Real is continuing to carry out strikes, blah, 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 blah. So it's a bit of a stalemate. So we've got a falling out happening there between the Orange Felon with his deceased badger headdress and the body double of Yahoo. The reason why I think that it's all fallen apart is because it's not Yahoo, it's Ben Gerver, who is very much a warmonger. He's the one that's behind the invading of the settlement areas, etc. And he's just, I've read on him a couple of times, absolute piece of work. So as I split the deck, I've got the Tower card, and then I've got the Two of Wands, having to come up with a new plan, looking at a new plan. This is also combined with the signing of, I think it was the Saudis, was it Turkey and Pakistan, in some sort of agreement. Turkey's part of NATO, so that's an interesting move that they've made there, some sort of alliance agreement. Interesting to note that the US was not included. Ooh, Four of Swords, US was not included. And I do suspect that's a couple of reasons. A, because, yeah, the delusion, the smoke and mirrors, the pulling the wool over the eyes. I think things have really shifted because Yahoo is not alive, and I've mentioned it several times, so don't come at me about it. And then I've got the, being left out, and being left out of the Oman Persia agreement for the tolls. So the US is just absolutely in every way and stage finding itself left out. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors and delusion going on here, poor choices, emotionally distraught about the options. And I noticed that Emperor card, and there's the tied themselves to the devil. Oh, so where am I going with this? I don't know. Okay, so the Orange Idiot, this is the devil will have his due. If you sell your soul to the devil, he's going to have his pound of flesh. Okay, what I want to have a look at is, given all that is happening, right, somebody is feeling very insecure and rather paranoid and trying to hang on to the illusion of some sort of financial dealing here, and the abuse of power, the betrayal, the deceit, the lies, the bullying, the backfiring, being betrayed. So the Orange Felon, how does he feel about all his grand plans that I think were put in place at the behest of Push and Cough? No Wit Cough and No Wit Cush. The two Queen and King of Wands here. Internal planning and external action. How's the felon feeling? Now, apparently, the Live tournament, I mean, the Saudis are pulled out of that too. The Live tournament was at Bedminster, finishing up just today, I believe. The next one is next and last one is at Indianapolis in 10 days' time. How's the orange idiot feeling now that it's all falling apart on him? Come on down, let's have a quick look because I really don't care. Oh, not slipping. Nightmare for him. Karma's coming, biting him on the bum. In regards to the agreements, he's still trying to make agreements. But somebody's taking his cup. He's finding himself isolated with the Hermit, the Queen of Swords there, new strategy, could be new legal action, and he is finding himself really restricted and sacrificed. So, yeah, I think what's happened is he's been cut out of all these deals. The US has been cut out of all it. Okay, thank you. I just heard the US served its purpose and therefore it's now just been left out. The mercenary army backfiring bigly. Okay. What I want to have a look at. Yeah, the moon, the lunacy. Oh, and there's that on the bottom again. The lunacy and the Wheel of Fortune. Looking to see how we can rescue it with the Queen of Pentacles. You've got the Hierophant. You've got a lot of information coming out of left field. Could be about Starlink. It'll be emotionally overwhelming because we know, I mean, this could be a good hard look at how the regime got in there because we know that's coming. The Hermit, the Queen of Cups, lifting the lid, and Justice about what happened in the past, looking closely at the ballots, and you've got the ending there. He had that card as in how's he feeling? Queen of Swords, might be some legal action. The Empress, Russia, and the false victory. Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, and there's Biden's law. The Emperor, Five of Swords, Five of Wands, so the infighting, the Orange Emperor infighting, the treason, on the back foot defending, Judgment, and fleeing. And then you've got the Magician, and he's down. He's down. I don't think he's ever going to be held accountable, the Orange Felon. I think he's going down before it happens. The Magician, the manipulation here. Attempted flee. I always get that he's going to attempt to flee, but he won't be successful. His body will betray him. Let's have a look. Is he going to? So in 10 days' time is the Live in the Indianapolis. Okay, show me. Is the Orange Idiot going to attempt to flee? Oh, Four of Swords, Five of Pentacles. He's being left out and he's going down. Let's have a look. Is he going to attempt to flee? Like publicly? Dark money behind the scenes, trying to take action. How's this unraveling going to go? Right. There's an offer made that he doesn't want to take. Interestingly enough, you'll notice all us readers, despite our protection, always get a cough. I'm going to show you these cards. Got that one. Got that one. that one, and that one. And then I've got this one, this one, this one, and then this one. And there's the attempted flea on the top. Again, a different attempted flea. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mages here. So we've got these two came off the top, and then these ones were just poking out randomly. It's going to be something emotive coming forward. Attempted flee, but he's not going to make it. I've always gotten that he's not going to make it. He's going to be stopped. Thought it was all in the bag with this vote flipping, but it was this steal. And then you've got the Chariot. I mean, it's also trying to get out of Dodge, but it can be the military taking over. You've got the Emperor, the Fool, so foolishness, karma coming and biting him on the bum, or it can simply be uncharted waters as there is this dramatic change as everything is revealed. On the bottom, again, if I keep going, we've got Strength and we've got the World card. Trying to keep the orange idiot quiet, and it's end, new beginning, exposure. Okay. So yeah, I get that he's you've got the on the back foot trying to defend the position, the Ace of Wands, but there's big information that comes out looking at the VOT, Three of Swords, treason, and then the throwing under the bus. He's obviously going to be the one, if he's out and down for the count, he's obviously entertainment only going to be the one that gets the blame. But you've got a lot of legislators here with the King of Wands that are carrying water or trying, it just gets too much because this false victory is exposed. The Moon card, you've got the Devil, and you've got the Felon, and you've got the could be the dementia or the gift from the past that got him in the White House. Oh dear, excuse me. Notice we all get a cough. Yeah, information. It's so that being said, it is coming out. He's going to attempt to flee it, and it's sooner rather than later, but it's not going to succeed. He's going to attempt it. His body's going to fail, but what's happening at the moment is it's all falling apart. His Board of Peace, which we know was just a grift. Does he know that the Yahoo is he just playing along? That the Yahoo is deceased? Is he playing along, or does he seriously not know? Because I don't know that he realised he was talking to a Pooty double in Alaska. Is he that? Four of Swords, the Death, the Emperor, and ignoring higher authorities, moving on, and Russia, the Empress. Does he know? Well, they are three yeses. Oh gosh, there's that Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. So the Emperor is down for the count. But he's ignoring it. He's ignoring it to play along. But this could also be the birth of something significantly new. And then we've got the two tens, Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Information coming out from the Ruskies or something, perhaps. I keep going. Harsh truth about contracts and agreements that were made, coming forward very quickly. Coming from overseas. volatile information. This is my money laundering, but it's also my vote flipping card. And there's my stroke card, and there he is, stopped card. There's Starlink, and back up against the wall, having to surrender. There's information coming from overseas. He's so does he know? I suspect. I mean, they may not have even told him. And I'm talking about his minions may not have even told him, because the Pooty figures also I've been getting for a long time is gone. Gone. But here's the stroke and restriction information about volatile information about vote flipping coming in from overseas rapidly, about contracts and agreements or who was involved in it's a harsh truth. I don't know where it's coming from. Could be coming from the Ruskies if he doesn't help. But it's like if I ignore it, it's not true. Remember, was it Besant that was in a live interview or something and got really sweaty and shaken and had to go off, and you know, everyone was speculating what the horrific news was. The horrific news was a Yahoo being unalived. But they kept it secret from the Orange Felon. They might have looked at it closely with the Queen of Coins, keeping a lid on it. And then the infighting tower, gilded cage, not listening to outside information, unable to harvest, judgment card, secrets card, Russia, 10 of swords again, 10 of coins again, and spinning it. They might have kept it secret from him. 9 of swords because of the nightmare situation. I mean, they could put anybody that speaks Rusky on the phone and the felon would think it was. Got the 3 of swords, treason, Starlink, and then the 10 of cups, ending of the happy family. I would not be surprised if the news of it, because he's so, I won't say he's stupid, but he's so, self-absorbed that he very possibly wouldn't even recognise that it was a fake Yahoo. Now, interestingly enough, as pointed out by several of my viewers, at the Lindsay's funeral, the Yahoo gave a speech. The supposed Yahoo gave a speech. Gave a speech that was actually upside down and something to do with money laundering. Someone's getting something big to do with money. So the Yahoo gave a speech and no accent. He's never had no accent. So just be aware of that. Keep an eye out for those sorts of things. Every time he speaks, he has some sort of accent. No accent. No discernible accent that he has had in the past. Let me put it that way. Okay. What I want to have a look at is this morning when I was waking up, I had a vision of a ship, grey ship, a battleship, grey ship, with a big boom happening. Now I'm like, okay, so whose battleship is this? And then I saw the US flag in the water sinking. And there's the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, which are two yes cards. So I hope I'm wrong. Tell me about this. So it is to distract from somebody looking too closely, perhaps at ballots being looked at, or it could be documents. Tell me, what do we need to know about this? That's popped out again, and the steel, and there's my Biden legislation card. The steel, the mercenary, the ending, follow the trail, sword of truth, volatile information coming out, dark money behind the scenes, inability to harvest, on the back foot trying to defend, and big stick, White House, nightmare situation. It may be after the midterms, assuming that they are held, because as I go to the top again, looking, Sun card, unexpected news, and justice. Contracts and agreements, those that were involved, and legal action being brought with the Queen of Swords. And then we've got uncharted waters with the Fool, due to the steel, with the Five of Swords, due to the steel. In legacy, end of an era, oligarchical money that put the Emperor in, and then we've got the Ten of Wands. Overreach, gone too far. Then you've got the King of Pentacles and the Ruskies, and the agreement, some sort of agreement that was made. It's yeah, big information, and Starlink. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know where it's coming from, but it is coming, and this regime is going to find itself removed. But when it is, what happens then? Because if the regime was installed illegally by foreign powers and then is removed, who is in charge? It's same cards every single time. Okay? And it's part of that attempt to flee, but not. Information coming out. We've covered this ground again and again. I do hope that vision of a battleship. It wasn't an aircraft carrier. It looked like a battleship in the grey. Had a number on the front. Do they have numbers on the front, the US ones? Like in white with black outline? And then I could just see the US flag. It was a really, really, really big one, just sinking below the waves. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it doesn't come to pass. I hope events overtake it. Okay, let's see how this plays out. What a mess of each betraying the other, and just nightmare. Okay, catch you shortly.